Our special guest of honor, the Most Reverend Mrs. Godfrida Sumaili, the Ministry of National Guidance and Religious Affairs, all the members of the Zambian government present here, the religious authority, the rector of the college, the university, Reverend Father Alfijo, the custodians of Zambia, Brother Agustin Mwape, and all our special guests here present. Pace e bene, peace and goodness, our Franciscan greetings. Because all of us, we wish peace to reign in our hearts, and we are created for goodness. The human being is created for goodness, and that's the message of this book. Many people wanted to know how I came about this book. When I went to Rome for my master's degree, I wanted to study the spirituality of St. Augustine. I was moved by the life of St. Augustine. Of course, in Rome, there's a university dedicated to St. Augustine called the Augustinianum. There I went, I met the president of the faculty there. Is an American, Roberto Dodaro. I told him that I'm interested in the life of St. Augustine. And said, why? Because I told him that, Augustine lived about more than 1,000 years ago, but his life is so appealing to me and appealing to humanity. Because when I look at the life of St. Augustine, I see a perfect model of somebody who has been healed by the saving justice and the grace of God. Somebody who has been healed. Somebody whose humanity was wounded by sin, and he was struggling, and the mother was praying. Of course, we had the fortune to print a few copies of this book, and if you could look at the copy, you can see the picture of St. Augustine, and you can look at the mother praying there. The mother is praying for the conversion of Augustine. Augustine was a young man born in North Africa in the year 354. He was very intelligent, extremely intelligent. He was one of the most intelligent people you find in the history of humanity. He's a priest, he's a theologian, he's a spiritual master, he's a philosopher, he's a doctor of the church. Now we look at the life of St. Augustine. His life was so challenging that the mother was so worried. And the mother was praying every day and crying for the change of the life of Augustine. How many of us mothers, how many of us parents are crying for our lives to change, for our children's life to change? So St. Augustine, the conversion of St. Augustine addresses the challenges that young people are facing today. So the mother cried. And St. Augustine studied rhetoric and other things in North Africa, where he was born in Tagaste. And from there he left and went to Rome. He became a master of rhetoric. He was so intelligent that nobody could challenge Augustine when it was a matter of talking. When Augustine stood and opened his mouth, everybody was silent. Listen to the wisdom that was coming from the mouth of Augustine. From Rome, he went to Milan. And he was converted by the preaching of one bishop, Bishop Ambrose of Milan. I won't talk about all the life of Augustine here. But the mother came from North Africa and followed to Milan and was crying. And when that Bishop Ambrose saw the mother crying, the bishop said, the tears of this woman cannot go in vain. That God will listen to the tears of this mother. So you can see Monica here praying for the conversion of his son. And you can see the son now became bishop here, standing over there and teaching. As a spiritual master, as a philosopher, as a theologian. And so, coming back after the baptism of Augustine by Ambrose of Milan, the mother died in a place, in a